don't listen to anything that's older than 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you don't listen to Crowbar anymore?
We'll have a new album coming out pretty soon. The only time I ever break that rule is if they do come out, if the band comes out with a new album and I'm going to one of their shows. Because it's like reviewing for the final. Because I need to know all the words and remember how all the songs go.
You realize most of the words for the songs you listen to are...
That is not true. That is not true. No, that Chris listens to that stuff. My stuff mostly is yelling. It's different. It's a completely different thing.
Okay. I like the yelling. I don't like the growling.
Yeah, Chris has gotten on my case because I haven't been listening to any death metal lately. I just don't care for it anymore, I guess.
Yes, but Chris also listens to that, like, I'm a hippie lesbian and I have a guitar. I'm going to form a band and sing a song.
Bob, what's the best band you think nowadays in your genre of yelling?
Oh, that's a tough question. Probably Lamb of God is probably the top of their game right now.
I was laughing because I saw Lamb of God, like I was flipping channels, and I'll still leave the wrestling on if I'm flipping channels and there's wrestling. And Lamb of God was doing, you know how they always have like the song with whatever event it is? Lamb of God is doing their event.
No kidding, really?
Lamb of God is making it mainstream, I guess.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was like SmackDown, and they had, like, I don't even know what montage they were showing, but Lamb of God had in the little bottom quarter that it was Lamb of God.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good for themselves. They're doing about as good as you can for being, metal, I guess.
Is there anybody new coming out that's decent?
I like Cancer Bats are really good. And they have an awesome name and an awesome logo because it's a little...
Cancer Bats?
The Cancer Bats. They're like
They fly in at night and bite you and give you their cancer?
I guess. I have no idea what a Cancer Bat is, to tell you honest to God truth.
See, I prefer to think of, I'm going to beat you with this bat and then splash a vial of cancer-filled blood upon you.
Like it's some sort of cancer-filled bat.
Exactly.
It's like a weapon.
Like that sounds more like a Cannibal Corpse thing where they spray the blood all over you.
That was Gwar. I gotta say, though, Gwar wasn't musically very great, but their shows were a lot of fun.
Their shows are still considered, like, legendary. I mean, they're still touring, so, I mean,
we would hit them all the time anytime they came by. Didn't know really any of the songs, but it didn't matter. It was just because it was the stage show they put on was awesome. Just don't wear anything nice.
Yeah, so Cancer Bats and other new group I got is Periphery, which is kind of Meshuggah sounding, if anybody knows who Meshuggah is. Those are the two newest albums I have.
You say Meshuggah, I picture some old Jewish man.
Oh, okay. I'll have to listen to Cancer Bats. Might sound up my alley.
Cancer Bats are good.
Cancer Bats, okay. They definitely get bonus points for the name. I mean,
only true metalcore band, the only one. That name gets thrown around if you listen to metal a lot, and it just usually means the music sucks. But this is actually a hardcore band that has a lot of metal influences, and they're really, really good.
Okay, let's do the show really quick, because I have dinner for my mother to go to. It's Mother's Day.
Good enough. I had the quickest conversation with my mom ever, and she was the typical ray of sunshine. So I call her up, and I was like, hey, Mom, we're going to be in town. I'm going to be in town next weekend, so me and Kate, we're going to, just do something with you then. She's like, that's fine. I'm going to the cemetery to visit your dead grandmother.
All of a sudden, she became a New Yorker, too.
I know. I had to throw that in there because she totally sounded like some old Jewish mom. I was like, wow, thanks. Because I was like sitting at the park. It's all sunny and beautiful. I talked to my dad a little bit. Then she comes on. She's like, everybody's dead. Everybody. I just wanted to remind you that. Everyone's dead, including your grandmother, who you never go and see.
That's funny, actually. See, I swung by and said hello, hung out for a little while, and then left. It wasn't a grand...
I spent all my money on the wedding. You don't get any flowers. Your flowers are at the wedding.
I got her 100 blooms.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really cool. All right, never mind. Bonus for you, then.
Yeah. It's just I didn't, hang out. It's not like I was sitting there all night, because originally we were supposed to be doing the show and playing D&D. Now we're not doing D&D and having an abbreviated show. So I'm going to play some video games this evening.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It'd be good if I played some video games, considering I do a video game podcast.
Oh, that was almost the laugh of a madman. It had that little bit of a lunatic quality to it.
Flipped for like an hour last night for some reason, so I'm not really... Today's been really weird. Like, people have been being super polite to me all day, and I have no idea why.
It's Mother's Day.
Is that it? Everybody just saw their mom, and everybody's just being nice? Okay.
Exactly. I mean, how are you not happy when you get to hear everyone's dead? Everyone's dead. And just, that's a happy way to start your day. All right. GamerCast Network Video Game Show, episode 193. And today we have with us Phil.
Yo.
Chad.
Yep.
Bob.
Hello.
Myself, Keith. And that is it. Because Ivan was too busy with his mother. That sounded wrong. It's Mother's Day. And,
This week on the GamerCast Network. Some things are more important than podcasting, like telling mom how much you care. The post-game report returns next week. On Sarcastic Gamer Pink, Harlequin, Jax, and Esmeralda discuss Jax's gaming issues, Luigi's Mansion, gaming badges, male and female mail, and more. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more at GamerCastNetwork.com.
Okay, so the only few topics we had for this week, the first big one, actually started last week, but pushed stop in the records when we shouldn't have pushed stop, and we'll just continue that now. The Steam update with the new Steam GUI client.
Gooey.
Brand new look and feel. What do you think?
Don't like it at all.
I'm going to let it update and let you know.
Yeah, I don't care for it. I know Phil and I were talking, and it's kind of nice with all the little pictures of the games in the backgrounds and that kind of view. When you're looking at your game library, they have all the little almost screenshots from the game in the background. Yes, well, that's fine and dandy and all. It's just, I don't know. It seemed like they needlessly complicated it.
Yeah, they made it difficult if you set it up in that view to see what's actually updating.
I think Steam just froze my computer.
Oh, yeah.
Still hear you.
Just let it go.
Like, Audition's not, moving anymore.
Whoa, yeah, hang on. Steam did the same thing to me, but it's back now.
Okay, let's give it a second.
There's always that Steam now breaks your computer when you turn it on.
Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay, I'm still good. Bob, are you okay?
Nope, not yet. My hard drive is spinning furiously. I can, feel it in the floor.
I will continue!
I'm going to go ahead and kill this.
Bob's committing murder on Mother's Day. Way to go, Bob.
This is why we can't have nice things. End task.
I do find it funny, though, that every week our PCs just fight us for every step of the way.
It was recording the whole time. Okay, we're fine.
So I'm looking at the whole Steam thing here, and it just looks a little nicer, but...
Looks a little nicer, but it took maybe about 5 or 10 minutes to figure out how to get back to the
games
traditional view.
It's just one of those things where they made changes that weren't really necessary. It was fine the way it was. It's not like this added any functionality or ease of use or anything. It's literally, hey, I look a little different.
I'll take your word for it.
Was there any big changes to the community stuff? Because I don't know. I never go over there, so...
I never go over there. So I don't know. If that's what all they added, I would have preferred if they let us have an optional...
I would say the store page looks a little different. Instead of having nice, concise windows and small windows for things, the windows are much bigger and kind of thrown together, so it's kind of hard to navigate around and see what...
They're trying to confuse you to make a purchase.
It's like the mall. I'll always put all the perfume crap right in the way so you can't get out of the store. But then you're a guy, so you're like, I wouldn't buy this anyway. But you still can't get out of Bloomingdale's, and you parked right on the other side, and then you get lost and wander around like a lemming. I'm just saying,
Hypothetically?
Hypothetically. I'm not saying I wandered around 3 different floors of Bloomingdale's yesterday trying to get out of the f***ing place.
Yeah, I know. That sucks when you do that, because I always end up getting a splitting headache when I have to walk through that place, too.
Exactly. It's all hot and everything. It stinks real bad. And then you might accidentally look at how much something costs, and you're like, oh my god! If I touch anything here, I'm not going to have any more money.
And then right when you go, oh my god, some lady shows up and sprays you with perfume.
Yeah. Then you have an even bigger headache.
But anyway, Steam, I would have preferred if they left it alone. But they didn't break it to where I don't want to use it or it angers me or anything. I just really don't understand the logic of messing with it, I guess.
Did they want it? Does it look more like? I mean, it has a more sleeker design now. I mean, the original one was kind of plain looking. This one
It's
looks
kind of like going from the old 360 dashboard to the new 360 dashboard, more or less.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
yeah. Oh, what's this? You can create categories of games. What the hell is this for? You can organize your library.
I only have like 20. All right, I'm gonna try to
Yep.
open it again, and maybe it won't break this time.
Alphabetical.
Yeah. Well, now you can add games like RTSs and create first-person shooters and like.
Alphabetical. I mean, do you really need to organize your game by RTS, shooter, roleplay? I mean,
Well, it depends. I guess it depends on how many games you have. I mean, if you have hundreds of games,
if you have hundreds of games, you're spending way too much money.
I think I got a lot of these cheap. I didn't spend. I have 77, but most of them were like $5 or less, and most of them came like Half-Life is like 15 games or whatever it is, to 10.
Do you have like a terabyte drive in your PC?
Yeah.
I have 20.
Actually, I think I have multiple terabyte drives, but yeah.
Bloody fucking da, Mr. Computer Editor Man.
Well,
Think you're so cool with your terabyte drives in the multitudes?
no, I know I'm not cool. That's the thing. I know I'm not cool.
You know you're not. I'm awesome.
Oh well, you're one up on me.
I'm one up on Jesus. Because I wasn't crucified and all that.
Bob, did it load?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I'm just looking at all the achievements I don't have. All these are for the games I don't play. The versus stuff. Oh, there's one for Fried Piper. Use a Molotov to burn a clown, leading at least 10 common infected.
That would be fun.
Confederacy of Crunches. Finish a campaign using only melee weapons is the one that I've gotten fucked by several times.
Yeah, we've also determined that's not a good achievement for everyone to try to do in the same game.
No. Because then everybody gets eaten by smokers.
All right, so next topic.
Yeah, next topic. Okay. Here we go. Bob, your Google ad, that's about all we got.
Oh god, what was that?
It's on the notes page.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at Steam. We're on the Steam topic. I'm looking at Steam.
We moved on. Didn't you hear the little guy? Next topic.
Oh, it was a funny ad. It wasn't funny. It was unconventional speed tests for Google Chrome. Like, is Google Chrome faster than electricity? Or is Google Chrome faster than sound? It was some very creative commercial stuff.
Google Chrome versus potato.
It was a very creative use of high-speed camera footage. And French fries.
And French fries?
Well, fried potato mush by the time it hits the actual fryer, but
Well, that's pretty slick. Wow, that's impressive, actually. Just the commercial, not Google Chrome, but...
So, there you go. Ad.
Yeah, there was an ad.
That's pretty
Really
slick.
topic.
Is it really that fast? I know Chris used to say, or send emails
I don't
about how
care.
fast he thought it was. But is it more annoying than...
I don't know. I haven't used Google Chrome. I just use Internet Explorer.
I use Firefox.
Use Firefox.
Just easy.
I use Fox Explorer.
I had so I saw Iron Man 2 yesterday and was pleasantly surprised that there was a commercial for Red Dead Redemption, which comes out in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to take a look and see what games are coming up this week and next week. And a couple other big titles are Skate 3 and Lost Planet 2.
Really? Another skate game? Is there still a demand for that?
They tried a peripheral for a Tony Hawk game a while back that didn't do too well.
Well, dude, it was a little skate thing. I mean, that if I could really skate, I would go skate. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, next week's going to be pretty interesting with Prince of Persia, Split Second, the driving game by Disney, and...
A Disney driving game? What is that?
It's kind of like a Burnout or whatnot.
So just because it's done by Disney doesn't mean it's like you're going to hit someone and then he's going to break into song or some nonsense?
No, it's just their studios actually did some animation in this.
We do have some mail. We can save it. I mean, if you want to do an abbreviated show, it's an abbreviated show. So, since voice is actually working again, here's your one good mail message for the week.
Hey guys, this is A-Dog. Been listening to the show for a little while now. Thought of a question for you. I played Champions Online, and Bill Roper is involved in that. It seems that anytime anything negative comes up, people jump all over him for that. So my question to you guys is, how does past developer experience affect your ability to enjoy the current game? All right, love the show. Hope all's going well. Bye.
Complete indifference.
Yep. I think you have to be so tuned in to the ins and outs of the video game industry that the percentage of people who give a crap about that is just minuscule compared to the amount of people who actually play the game.
Just complete indifference. Like, didn't even know he was involved.
Didn't care. Don't care.
Won't
Yeah, I
care.
had to basically look him up to figure out who and what he did. But he's got a pretty good resume, except for, Flagship in Hellgate London.
And okay, that being the case, why would... So if you have a bunch of good games and one bad one, why would the next game you make automatically be assumed to be bad? I would think that would be the other way around.
I mean, was Hellgate London really that bad of a game? I mean, I know it was buggy and the support was horrible, but the game itself was fairly fun for the 3 months that we played it.
I liked it, but it was just too buggy. That game was ridiculously buggy.
Although it was kind of, not really grandiose. I mean, it was all like the same environments, the same thing, and the gameplay was fun, but the environments themselves were kind of boring after the first month or so of playing.
Everything's just dirty and destroyed. I mean, it's just...
Isn't that kind of post-apocalyptic, though?
Well, right, which is kind of my problem with post-apocalyptic.
But still, I mean, it becomes daytime some time of the day.
Not in Hellgate. Nope, not in London.
Not in Hellgate, London.
Okay. So that was the one good voicemail we've had for the past few weeks. There are other voicemails, but some of them are like, have you guys played Just Cause 2?
No.
See? I knew that'd be the answer to that one.
Just Cause 1 was fun.
2 is supposed to be better, but none of us here have played it.
No, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. Yeah.
So I think right here is a good place to pause it and call it a night for our abbreviated Mother's Day show. Would anyone like to say any final closing words?
Ham sandwich to moms.
Ham sandwich to your mom.
That's kind of fun to say. Hand sandwich to your mom.